Hello? Oh, let's do this. I could just hit stop where we started, but I'll do like this. Name's Derek. I buy physical media. I sell it on eBay. I make videos about it. Morning videos are typically what's sold. Afternoon videos or evening videos are what I sourced. Small spattering of videos different than that, like the ones prior to this one. So you know what? I didn't bring that phone. So with my handy dandy tool, some of these sourcing videos I'm going to go over essentially what I do in the stores. Sales videos won't be like this. Sourcing videos, I'll like what did I look up, what did I scan, things like that. That way, anyone who's watching and those who have stuck around and do watch kind of get the idea. And some sellers already know to scan, and but I do things a little different than a lot of sellers out there. So I made the channel to kind of explain that physical media is a heck of a category, and when you can get it for super cheap in comparison to a lot of other categories, the ROI is it's really good. It's beyond really good. I mean, it keeps me busy. But today I went to the VOA and they were closed until 11. So I went to Savers and picked up a few things at Savers and spun back around and went down to the VOA. And so if I didn't leave at that time to have to then drive 10 minutes down the road to Savers and wait a couple minutes till they opened. But Savers, I left at 10:54. In VOA, I left at 12:04. So I was back at like not even 12:30. So from 11, if we go by that actual time, 10:30 to 12:30, 2 hours. Not every trip is, it's kind of a dull trip to think about what quantity I got. It's the point that I'm getting something that has a sales history that can sell or has sold. And the price of what I'm getting them for, yeah, I'll hold on to a dollar. Is that signed? So this looks like, just not notice that, this blue ink looks like it's signed. So I guess I'll kind of get straight to the things that are scannable and kind of go from there. All right. So this was 99 cents, easy sticker to remove. The VOA changed their stickers to where they're a little easier to remove. They're better than the ones they had before. But this is just at VOA, lined up like this, and all I see is Andy Warhol, something like this, right? I see Andy Warhol, except for this had the same picture all over the place. In Dracula, well, that's a definitely interesting little combination of the two. Never heard of it. Original cult classic, right? Saw the back, has some of that stuff. So to have both of these topics in a VHS is definitely telling that would be something that I would want to pick up, knowing that the price of the VHS is, I mean, one of these in here, this other one, was $2. For the most part, they're 99 cents. Yeah, this was $2, and I know it was $2 because the price is not on it. Right, that part is missing. But for the price, anyhow. So with the phone that's actually doing the recording, so is what I would do. I go to search. It has a barcode, makes it pretty easy. So I just scan the barcode and see that two are listed. Is it likely that Andy Warhol in a VHS would not sell? No, it'll sell at some point, and to pay $1 for it, even if it sells for these prices right around $15. So then I would go over here, go to search, and 5 sell for right in that $15 range. So buy it for $1? Yeah. So now that I know I'm going to buy this, I want to make sure the ribbon is clean. You can see that ribbon is very clean. All right. So winner for $1. So after all said and done, So if we go 20, that's going to be 3, and then minus half. So then after the 30 cent, that's 250, and 450 is 7. So even if I have $8 wrapped into that and it sells for 15, that's still $7, $8, $9 profit. All right. Next one, Dogtown. This is just one of many other VHS, but it's just something enough to where, oh yeah, I remember that movie from when ago. I don't see it too often when I'm out and about sourcing. So we go back here, go to scan, and these are anywhere from 20 to 30. Brand new is over 40. So I go here, there's 13 listed. It's sold, 5 is sold. Minimum is 15 to 22 to then almost 30 sealed new. Again, cool beans, comes with a sticker. Again, actually, I don't know. It was like that. I don't know how. I didn't see that one before, the sticker. But the tape is clean. The cassette, the ribbon, it's clean. So it's a $15 to $20 VHS. Yep. Pay $1. Or this one was 2. Yeah, so I'm not really out anything more. All right, this is The Fan by Bob Randall. No barcode. Actually, I'll deal with the stuff that's barcode first. Actually, let's do this one. I think the other stuff I have to hand type. All right, so this is a sealed Leslie Sandstone thing that has these little stretch bands, and I'm going to assume a DVD is in here as well. Yeah, color 55 minutes. So I go to here. Oh, well, it picked that up. All right. So there's 25 open or 48. Or 48 pre-owned. Now, I'm already going to have to start getting into hand typing. So what I'll do, I'll go walk, home. Since that's the series, I don't want to put a name in it. Hips, thighs. Those are the key words in this specific one. There's 13. If I go over to new, that one looks a little different. That one looks different. That one looks different. So all these ones look a little different. I mean, I bought it for $4 anyhow. So about $40 for this, right? All right. So I paid $4.50 for it. And actually, that was underneath the where Savers keeps the records at. It was underneath the shelf. So I just happened to see an off shadow when I knelt down to move or to pick up a CD that I dropped. And I saw a shadow. What's under there? And there was this in a book. And the book was nothing. So that was something. And I know Sandstone stuff sells. So that pretty fast. I know that Sandstone stuff sells. Consonants. All right. So go here. I scan this one. Kazoo Christmas. There's 4 that come up. And I hit sold, and none sold. All right, but they came up in that mid-20 range, so that's going to, especially for $1, that's going to intrigue me enough to want to hand type and actually see if it does sell for that 20 to plus range. If it does, I'll buy it for $1. So now, this is pretty easy. Kazoo, right? When was the last time you heard someone say the word kazoo? So it's not going to be something that's really going to come up a whole lot. Christmas is a very common word. Kazoo Christmas. That's not it. It is a music CD. Go down here. Go to CDs. So we're back to the same 4. So mid-20s. It's not doing me a whole lot on that one because the last result when I scanned was 4. So 99.99% of the time I'm going to end up with the exact same results of 0 in 90 days by a scan. hit copy, back up, go over here, go back to selling, go to the search, product search, the whole little search bar down in the middle of the app dashboard. And I can see a price at 52, but I haven't narrowed it down to a CD. Okay, so there's a CD. Lowest price, right? So there's 3 that have sold for right around 15 bucks. So if I price it at right around that 15 to 18 bucks, increase the odds. Here, 101 Miracles of Natural Healing. Now, this one I do know that I did have to use this for. So 101 Miracles Healing. And so DVDs is an option that I can pick. So that really helps to narrow it down. Price highest first is already on. I can even go down to condition. You like, new, very good, good. I really don't do acceptable. But we can see here that although there was one that sold at 50, the rest are right around 25 to 30 bucks. So 25 to 30 bucks, yep. We'll save that one for later. It's interesting. The Fan, Bob Randall. A virtuoso performance and suspense full of menace and the threat of violence. A little bit of wear down here. Minor, this is a very good copy. So now we can go to, oh, wrong one. Now we can go to Fan. You can put the in there if you want. And Randall. More letters, the better. So you're going to end up with football stuff. So I'm going to break out of this. I'm going to go into books. Now, I can see that that's the image that I'm looking at. But this is hardcover. Go here, paperback, trade paperback, not specified. So that's about 20 results of what was otherwise 70. That's easy to manage when I'm looking at this. So there's one for 10, and then it goes 15, 17, 19, and then different titles, different versions, right? So this is 1977. The one I'm looking for, most people have 1977 in the title. So all I'm doing is typing that in to help narrow it down to really ensure. So this is a 1978 first printing. So I can go in here. So this one doesn't have an image. Like this has a picture image right here. Dust jacket. So I clicked that, and that's not the one that's supposed to be. So the one that has this image of this woman down here is 22 bucks. And I can go here, there. And there's 3 that have sold, and the one with the image has sold for 15. Now I can, if I wanted to, Bob, go to copy, go down here, go back here, just to ensure. But the fact that one has sold for 15 and the other ones are priced, or that other one is priced for right around 22, I'll buy it for $2. That it's probably going to sell right around $20. I'm not going to be out anything. So I went ahead and put that in there. That's going to be under books. So we have all these hardcovers, right? Now we got that 15. We see all the other ones are ones besides this one all the way down here that have that image. So kind of listed for 17 to 20 bucks. Yeah. And being the title sells, I'm not going to be out anything. This here, I scan it. Usually my sourcing videos are in that's 15 minutes. All right, so I scan it. The only things that come up are 2 international. One is a total of over 90, and another one is a total for over 100. Those are the only things that come up on that scan. So this will be one. And does it sell? I don't know. Not internationally. I could go in here. I just grabbed that one because they're listed at that. And there's none currently domestically listed. So I can go here and go unlock. I can go default. No matches. Now that I narrowed that one down. Still only 2. So this I did not Coudray machine. Same things. So I can go here, copy, go to research, and no results. Now, on the app, I don't think you could see international on the app. Things are listed internationally, you could see. So this is something I would bring back here. So $3. So if it's good for three, if at anything, I will just list it in the comparable pricing of what those other ones are. So I really don't know. But on the PC, you can go on in the far right entire peak. You can go all the way down. There's a whole drop down to where like the radio box's site or which site or location or whichever. You can go all the way down and you can go to all eBay. And that will show you all results worldwide. Or you can just stick with ebay.com, which is domestic, US. Then the other thing is this boiled buzzards. So no barcode. They had a handful of tapes I looked at. This one, obviously the one I got. So let's go back down here to boiled buzzard, or type this in the main search bar. Buzzards. So I wonder if the Buzzards, if it's a Cleveland band. So boiled buzzards. Well, it looks like it is a band that does have stuff that's out there. Without narrowing it down to cassettes, let's just see in 90 days if the band sells. One has sold. So I can go to copy, and then further I can go back here again, and I can see if there's any cassettes listed. That way, I really don't have to, no. So no cassettes listed. Go back here, and paste that. And it goes all the way to about $24 for CDs. Now I can go to category, and nothing for cassettes comes up. However, it's enough for 99 cents for me to buy something that really doesn't sell a whole lot, and I'd have the only cassette, and if that is correctly and properly signed, if it's something I can easily read with my magnifying glass and realize, and then try to read that signature and then see if it matches up with someone, it might be a $25 cassette. So altogether, for what I spent was $5.31, and I could have used my VOA points and got it for free, because I usually don't use my points or any sort of redemption or anything like that unless it's going to save me $5. But I figure I just save it for a whole other trip. When I go, there's another VOA. Where's the other one? Out in Rocky River. And then there's one in Brunswick. And Savers was 14. So 19. $19. We'll say 15, 30. Say another 15 for that book, 45. This Miracles, I don't know, a little over $200 for the 20 I spent. So it was enough for me to go down the road, find a few things, and come back, and that's 2 hours, right? So that's what I do. I am in a fortunate place where there's quite a bit of thrift stores where I can go to on the frequent, and I haven't really been outsourcing, mainly because surgery takes a big chunk of energy and money. I mean, I still have to where I can go out and about, but I just never know what I'm going to come across. I prefer to go outsourcing knowing I have a grand or something to work with than going out and knowing I have way less than that. So, but I could just wait, because if you've been paying attention to any of my sales, well, this payout for what's going to hit on Wednesday, hit my bank on Wednesdays, it's going to be pretty chunky. So I can actually go out and about and find stuff and go to those farther routes. Next week it's supposed to be still right around 50 degrees. So that's good. All right, let's go wrap that one up. like what you heard, what you saw, what you learned. It wasn't a whole lot of stuff, but it was enough to constitute my time. Even if you're not hitting the uh, hitting it off right off the rip at your first store, very first looking, as it, just keep going through it, because sometimes you could start off with a whole bunch of good stuff right when you get there, and sometimes the good stuff isn't until the very very last couple things you're looking at. Don't buy just to buy. Buy that has something that has a sale point and a sales history, and it's not going to be bothersome for you to work with. All right. There's that. So, tell me thing you're doing up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. It's all free. To help me. We're all helping everybody here. Appreciate it. Thank you. Got my boy Bandit back. Chicken bones for the critters. Hot dogs. Watch this. As soon as I tap on the door, he'll jump down. Like, hey, where's my food? Where's my food, man? Hi, Bandit. Bandit's just a stray that comes by, hangs out on the chair. It's like 50 degrees out in November. Right, Bandit? Alright. Here comes Rocket. For some reason this looks real blurry. Alright.